Hello and welcome to the Flexline Media coverage. This is the final installment at the Charteris Bay Charge 2021, sponsored by Signature Homes. Lead card, final round back nine. I'm super excited to see how this tournament wraps up. My name is Chris Hoopmann.
And I'm Jeremy Brokenshire.
Thank you for joining us once again. Oh, look at these little sheepies.
Nature appreciation moment.
Yeah, awesome springtime conditions here for the charge. It's great to see, and this is what our lead card are doing through 9 holes. Jasper Vandermeer still in front at 8 under par, 1 under par for the round. Ashton Clark in tied 5th. He's in 2 under for the tournament, 2 over for the round.
Johnny Ferrari, Nig 5, chasing down Jasper, Nig 2 for the round, and Mitch having a rough round on +3, being even overall. Still holding on to that top 10 position though.
Hole 10, par 3, 104 metres, playing probably longer than the distance says it is. Got this tree off the tee to watch out for. Wide open on the right hand side, but there is the OB fence on the left to keep well away from. And then the basket is under this low hanging tree. Relatively
Straightforward hole. Should be easy to take your par. Not so easy to take your birdie, but we'll see if this lead card can prove me wrong.
Johnny throwing his Star Katana off the tee. Probably about 40 metres out. Deceptive distance, I think, on this one.
Don't get me wrong here, but is this a mid-ranger Kutuku out of Jasper?
Wow. That's the information we've been given. And that is massive.
Wow, he's just past edge of circle. Or just beyond edge of circle.
I think the tricky thing about this hole is that, to be fair, probably all these guys could throw a mid-range 100 metres. But the fact that that tree is there, which is right in line for your flick shot, or your flip up, this is basically 104 metres on hyzer angle the whole way. And
it's probably maybe around 2 metres uphill elevation as well.
That's true, yeah.
Making it play differently, well, making it feel longer than 104 for sure.
S-line DD3 from Mitch, he's leaked it right, but that's completely fine because it's wide open approach from there.
That's the mess, that's where you want to be. You don't want to be hyzering out too far left over that OB fence, so nothing wrong with that.
Giving it a big
flex jump
approach. Great approach from Ashton.
That was smooth. Like the look of that one.
Well, that's probably a bit of a run from Johnny.
Woo!
Came in with some heat. Obviously trying to hunt down Jasper here.
Jasper just outside circle 1. Can he can that birdie? Ooh.
Oh no.
On line. Drawing middle.
We've got to shout out Robbie Tuitufu, which is the only birdie from the Open division on this hole for the weekend. But also Sebastian Falconer from Advanced also getting the birdie. So great shooting from those guys. Sebastian's got an arm on him, doesn't he?
He's also in that 1 in 10 crew.
Yeah.
It's, an up-and-comer. Excited to see him and his future of disc golf develop in New Zealand. He's one to keep an eye on.
Hole 11, par 3, 76 metres. Got the Mando tree on the left. Got to stay to the right of that tree. But yeah, basically just hit the gap, go over the gap, get through the gap, and get up to the green. The basket's on this raised platform. So yeah, pretty technical green.
Yeah, I love the placement of this basket on the old golf, or the current golf tee.
Johnny going over the top of the trees. This is a Star Atlas.
Call and go in from Jasper.
Yeah, great bad bid.
Johnny with the replay.
We're going to get a drive replay thanks to Signature Homes with the follow flight.
Love that flex line yellow. It's beautiful.
There
just
we
like
go.
that drive.
What
Beautiful.
a drive. Just like trees, what trees? I'm just going to go over them.
Jasper leaking a little bit left.
Yeah, he's got through the gap though. So that's fine. That's completely fine.
It's not a bad play because it takes that death putt out of play. You're not putting back downhill, so I'm sure he'll be alright with that.
Bit of a flex from Ashton going long of the basket. This is going to be a scary putt coming back. And Mitch. This is a Neo Instinct. of just dumped it up there, but I think he's CTP. Oh, maybe Johnny's CTP, but he's definitely up there.
Good shot out of Mitch. Jasper with the
Oh,
jumper.
yes!
Let's go. Up the disc, bros.
Huge from Jasper. Get in there.
Sick
Yeah.
part.
How good.
He is stoked. Look at that smile.
I think he got some applause from the card ahead of him, so yeah. He recognises it. Got some fans. This is scary for Ashton.
A little bit of a drop off behind the basket here for Ashton.
Oh no.
Getting into his head perhaps.
That's a leaky roll.
That's a rough roll off the pole. It was not supposed to rhyme, but it did. Oh, set.
And that should be a bogey. That's not what you want, trying to chase down these guys up top.
Good putt from Mitch. Hole 11 coming in around par at 2.92, just under for the weekend. It's good to see that most of these holes are averaging right around par.
Which is what we wanted. Good to see.
So is that something you look for when you're designing a course, Chris?
Personally, I like the mentality of approaching a course design as make it really challenging to get a par. Really challenging to get a birdie, but pretty simple to get a par. Because I think that's fair on kind of more ability levels.
I think you and Dave have achieved that this weekend. Hole 12, 90 metres, water carry hole. Well, supposed water carry. Scary hole. If you land in the water, you're not getting your dispatch for the rest of the round, so that definitely comes into play. The safe play is to more or less bail out. Big right hand, backhand hyzer left. Johnny's having none of that.
This is a star TL3, and he's bailed out to the safe zone, probably about 30 metres from the basket.
Be an easy approach, easy par there for Johnny.
PD2 from Jasper, obviously investing in some of that pricey Discmania discs.
Huge flick out of Jasper,
Oh,
and
what a
he'll
roll.
curl up into circle one.
Lovely.
Might put him in double digits there.
Woohoo. Wasn't quite expecting that for the weekend.
Huge flick out of Mitch.
Yeah, big flick. He's hit that tree on the left and fallen clear. That'd be a nice approach for him. I'm not quite sure what this is from Ashton. I would have to imagine it would be like a tactic or something, like something pretty slow.
Knowing Ashton's power, probably a putter.
Yeah.
He'll be around the same spot as Johnny with a easy approach for par. Yes, Chris, I am enjoying the coverage.
Have you subscribed?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
You should too.
Good to hear. Mitch's approach coming up a little bit short. Oh, good shape on this from Johnny. He's just so consistent. You can just rely on him reaching the pin from almost anywhere.
He's not doing anything fancy. He's not doing anything special, but he's staying right up there with Jasper. He's closing that lead to 3 strokes now.
Although Jasper might have something to say about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hit the
Great
chains high,
putt.
falling in.
That's a good one to birdie.
The only other birdie round 2, Zach Taylor. So yeah, only 2 birdies on hole 12, which is honestly kind of surprising.
It's one of those mentally scary holes. I don't think a lot of people really went for the birdie on this hole.
Just playing it safe. I'm surprised actually, it did play 0.16 over par. So playing over par.
Hole 13, 75 metres downhill, then sort of uphill again to a kind of well-protected green by this tree. I don't know about you, but I felt like this was a bit of breathing room from the rest of the holes we've played. So for me, this was a must-get.
Yeah, this one was playing the second easiest of the second round at almost half a stroke under par. So as Jasper almost aces it with his gatekeeper.
Johnny, we've got a Star Rock X3.
A disc that I did not even know existed until you just said it.
Just like that hysteria Mitch was throwing earlier. Mitch with his exo hard method. Fade, come on.
Oh, I think he just caught a branch and fell short.
Saw a lot of those drives on the weekend. Those limbs protecting the green quite well.
This has got to be a tactic out of Ashton.
Straight as an arrow.
Nice. That'll be a fairly easy circle putt from there. I mean, it's uphill, but pretty short.
And long grass. There's no harm in running these putts. The disc isn't going anywhere with this grass. So Mitch gives it a little half run. No harm. Ashton.
Oh, great catch from the basket.
Great bird there from Ashton. Even with the stagger putt on a quite steep slope, it seemed to
tricky.
work for him. So
Just to get that power. Yeah, when you're further up here where Johnny is, it's a bit flatter footing. He also gets a birdie. Awesome work. So yeah, your theory proving correct that this is a bit of an easy hole. Breaking up the tricky ones.
Oh, that was low out of Jasper.
And he knows he missed the trick there.
Hands on the head, gives it away.
He was CTP and gave up the stroke.
How close was that for the
Hole 14, what a monster. 121 metres to the right over a huge deep valley with an OB fence left, and if you really shank it, an OB fence right and kind of long right as well. That's a lot of R's.
And there's a lot of OB on this hole. There's a lot that can go wrong. Johnny, he's throwing his star turn. Oh no, sorry. T-bird. And finding some of the rough on the right-hand side. I think he kicked out a little bit, though. So he may have a bit more of a look around the corner to the basket.
That bush you can see right on the end of the tree line there is so thick. I watched one of my car mates go in there this weekend, and...
it was Willie, right?
It was Willie.
I think I saw him. I think we were actually waiting for you to get out of there.
Yeah, it took him a few shots to get out, and he was saying the shot that he took to get out of the bush, he couldn't see the sky, basically.
That has leaked left from Jasper, which is going to mean he advances to the drop zone, and this is going to be, unless he throws it in from the drop zone, his first bogey for the weekend.
Unfortunate there for Jasper, going clean up until hole 14 on the second round. Unfortunate. Where's the drop zone on this hole, Chris? Is it the FBO tee?
Yeah, so the FBO tee, it's about 80 metres to the basket from this tee. So a little bit easier, still across the gully though.
Huge
and
flick.
Incredible from Jasper. Basically bullseye.
What a comeback.
Yeah.
Lawn darts, as they call it.
I'm not sure if he would have practiced that from the FBO tee, but it looked like it. That's serviceable from Mitch. Probably a touch further out than he would like. Bit of a tester.
Maybe 6-7 metres. See how Mitch's putt's doing.
Tricky approach from Ashton. Uphill run up. Turning it really good, nice.
Nice shot from Ashton, given the tricky footing.
Blind throw as well. And also blind, Johnny.
Yeah, stay out of that bush, Johnny.
Going over it. And he does. That's a really tricky approach.
That's lovely from Johnny. Good speed control, good high control.
Mitch trying not to get distracted by the cows walking in the field.
Good putt. Cows didn't seem to put him off there.
Great par. Another long one for Ashton. About 7-8 metres. Taking his time. These are the ones you don't want to let leak late in the round.
Solid from Ashton.
I can't see Johnny missing from here. His putt has been dialed all weekend.
all over that basket, drawing metal left,
Yeah.
right, and centre, and that is centre for the par save. Well, not really a save, just a par.
Just a stock standard par. You can't complain on this hole.
But I will say Jasper with a fantastic bogey save, dropping in a lawn dart from the FPOT.
Unlucky to get the bogey, but made it look easy from the FBOT. And no birdies round 2 on that hole, so playing really tough.
It's what I called first round. I expected 14 to play one of the harder holes of the weekend. Hole 15, 125 metres, downhill to a raised basket. OB really far right that's protected by trees. Definitely a bit of an in-between hole and definitely a must get. Johnny wanting that one to turn, but it's going to hyzer out, but it's all right.
I believe that was a star turn.
Ashton with his S-Line CD2, and he has turned that beautifully.
What a drive. Oh my goodness. That is within circle.
I'll have a pretty easy look for the eagle there.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Hold
Yeah,
it.
Mitch
Hold
has
it.
Got some early turn. Couldn't quite hold it for the entire flight, but I mean, he's out in the open. He'll be happy with that. That'll be an easy approach for a birdie.
Jasper with his trusty
Trusty.
blue destroyer.
Yeah.
That's a big flick.
Yeah, I can't believe he was going for the flick on this hole. It's huge.
Well, it worked for him on the last hole, so maybe he was feeling confident.
But no, he's found that rough on the right-hand side, which is tough to get out of. It's pretty dense in there.
Yeah, that bush anywhere down the right side is really what you call par territory.
Nice upshot from Johnny.
Settle.
Ooh, drifting a bit long.
Getting close to that chicken wire.
But hey, he knows that a par is easy on the cards if he misses his putt.
Smooth out of Mitch. Lovely. That'll play. Easy, relatively easy birdie there for Mitch.
Now this is getting interesting because Jasper's out of position and he's at -9. Johnny's looking at a potential birdie at 7 under.
Out of nowhere, Johnny's
yeah.
clawed it to 2 strokes.
I mean, Jasper's bogey on the previous hole wasn't helping, but it's really kind of come out of nowhere. Johnny's making a charge, one could say. Ooh.
Pat yourself on the back for that one, Chris. Ashton with the eagle look.
Taking his time like the previous hole.
Paying off with
Yeah.
the eagle. Love to see that blue on the scorecard.
And we get a Signature Homes replay.
Beautiful part there from
Straight
Ashton.
on line. Hitting center. Nowhere for the disc to fall except for into the basket.
Not the only eagle for the weekend. Shout out to Zach
kidding me?
Taylor coming in with an eagle on hole 15 also.
Wow, he must be shooting really hot in this final round. Getting the birdie on 12 as well. So doing really well. Bit of a nervous catch from Johnny there. But still bogey free through this final round, which is awesome to see.
Good bird from Jasper. And considering how easy this hole should have been playing, it still came in at 3.68. So
Wow.
yeah,
Just under par.
it's a must get hole, but it's not as easy as I expected.
Hole 16, par 428 metres. The tree to the right of your screen is a Mando left off the tee. Your landing zone is going to be those dead trees to the left of the screen. Then playing up through this tunnel. There is a Mando within the bush on the right of the screen there, just to make sure you go down the tunnel. And also there's OB long fence off the tee as well. So a few things to consider on this hole, but pretty much if you hit those trees, you'll be in a good spot.
Butter out of Ashton. And don't forget that chicken wire at the bottom of that OB long fence as Ashton comes up very close to it, because that saved me both rounds.
Oh, wow.
And I
You
saw it
sent
save a lot of people. So yeah, shout out to the chicken wire.
A little bit high nose up from Mitch, but he's made those trees and fallen just clear of them. So that tree, they have the potential to get in your swing, but I think that rolled far enough out that he'll be safe. Oh, what?
Jasper into the ground with a massive skip.
What?
Probably,
He's landed in a spot where you would want to land for a normal drive.
with the sick follow fly.
That is
of
insane.
A skip that probably went further than my drive.
So that was an Undertaker out of Jasper.
Threw it into the ground.
I wonder if that was intentional, just to show off. He was like, well, I can do this.
Oh, he's just flexing now, isn't he?
How insane is that?
Johnny, butter, down the middle.
Yeah, this is a T-bird out of Johnny.
Oh, and utilising that chicken wire. I was glad we could see it in action.
Forehand approach for Jasper. A little bit pinched off. Oh, very pinched off. It's a bit high. And not happy with that. He has to save strokes because he knows that Johnny has a birdie potential right now.
Lovely approach from Johnny, and he will take another stroke on Jasper.
Wow, this is coming down to the wire.
Could say the chicken wire.
Ooh. Yeah, obviously being a 2-round tournament, there's a much higher chance of those scores being bunched up, as we see Mitch with an awesome upshot.
Great flick there from Mitch.
Yeah, the scores being bunched up. I honestly kind of wasn't thinking about it during the tournament, about how close it could be. But, I mean, it makes for some really exciting golf. So Jasper almost with a birdie save here, and he can't. So this will be a par, you'd hope, from Jasper.
I think that was just a bit of a jump putter.
Yeah.
Layup from
Safe
Jasper.
layup.
Yeah. Take the par, move on. Well done. After that unfortunate approach attempt from Jasper, that's the best he could hope for. So good to get out of there with the par. Great bird from Ashton. Look at that, eagle bird.
Yeah, what a great stretch through these last 4 holes. He's at 5 under now. Johnny putting the pressure on Jasper. He's at 8 under par. And also Mitch. What a back 9 for Mitch. 3 birdies. Hole 17, par 3, 95 metres. There's an initial gap between the bush and the tree, and it's pretty much wide open until you get to the basket, which is raised on the stump. There is the tree to the left of the basket, which you've got to try to avoid, because if you're behind that, you've pretty much got nothing. And there is OB behind the basket, but you'd have to crush on one to get it that far.
I mean, we have got crushes on this card, so maybe that fence might come into play for our lead card. Unfortunately, I think their accuracy will solve that problem.
This is pretty nice from Ashton. Probably, well, a bit further out than I thought. Maybe circle's edge, just outside.
Maybe, circle 2 look there for Ashton. Mitch throwing his Neo method, I believe. Getting a bit of an air bounce.
Nice help there, but still, yeah, shorter than he'd like.
Johnny with his yellow Star Atlas.
Come back. He's out there with Ashton.
I'm gonna have a putt off.
And Jasper, I believe he's throwing his gatekeeper. Oh no, rock 3 on this one. Interesting.
Yep, and when everyone else is throwing fairways and drivers, Jasper's throwing mid ranges.
And getting another nice skip. No one really in a good position to guarantee a birdie. Everyone coming up a touch short.
Considering how relatively easy this hole was, I'm surprised everyone's circle 2 or deeper.
Yeah, well, this one played bang on par for the round.
Yeah,
so
3.000. Wow. We've got to shout out Liam Patterson from our feature card for an ace on this hole.
Phenomenal.
Ace on the raised basket. That is
that would have been awesome to see. Like, how cool.
Amazing.
If you roll back this coverage to hole 14, I believe you can hear the cheers from across the course. So, pretty awesome to hear.
Why couldn't you have done that on feature card, Liam? Come on.
Oh! Ashton high, right on line, but just over the basket. Little quick drop in from Mitch. Speed of play.
Mitch putting together a really good back 9 here.
Oh, yes.
Good par save from Ashton.
We've seen some great par saves and bogey saves from this feature card, lead card.
Nice easy tap in there for Jasper.
And par frame for the lead card. Some districts from Johnny.
Coming into hole 18. 102 metres downhill with a catchy tree on the left and a really, really far right OB golf green. We won't mention that one. Basket sitting on a little mound with a little gully below it. So if you miss a putt, there is a chance of a roll away. Yeah, Jasper, Johnny, 2 strokes separation on this final hole. As Ashton pulls one a little bit left.
Whoa.
And a big old skip.
Big skip, which is surprising because this ground is pretty soft. But he's out there. It's all safe out on that left side.
Mitch, the Hood Hutson.
Throwing a active premium mentor. This might be the first time he's pulled this disc out of the bag for the round.
I'm going to make that nickname stick, Mitch, so
Get ready.
get ready for it.
Here we go, Johnny having to hit the green to put any pressure on Jasper, throwing his Star Destroyer.
Looks like he's got the width. Oh, good reaction off the ground.
Funneling down into that gully.
Put him around each circle.
Jasper throwing his trusty Blue Destroyer.
He's leant on this disc quite heavily the whole
That's
back nut.
turning a little bit. That's really wide. Making me work a little bit. Grow.
What a roll, though.
Roll. I thought that was going to be way wide.
Curling up into circle 1. Easy putt, hopefully, for the win there for Jasper. He'll be stoked with that. Ashton. Whoa.
Pretty good bid, to be honest.
Good run there from Ashton. Looked like he wanted that one.
Mitch from the knee. Pretty comfortable stroke from Mitch, actually, on the knee.
Floaty.
Over the top. Pretty high pressure putt for Johnny to put the pressure back onto Jasper. And he gets
Lovely. Middle of the pole, middle of the basket.
it. Alright, 1 stroke in it.
What a putt there from Johnny.
So what does that mean? Jasper just has to lay up and get his par to stay 1 stroke ahead, right? Yeah.
Pretty much. All he has to do is put it under the basket and tap it in for the win. Here we go. Looks like he's running this, Chris. Oh!
No.
So, Jasper now...
You have to wonder if he knew the score.
I don't think he did. If he knew the score, he would have laid it straight under the basket.
My goodness. So what's that, a 2-stroke swing?
This is a 3-putt from Jasper, giving him a tap-in for bogey to put your 2 leaders, Jasper and Johnny, on neg 9 to finish the round.
Unbelievable.
Does this mean we're going to have a playoff, Chris?
Ooh. Playoff?
Interesting.
Is it? Oh, I should have. Dang it, laid it up.
Yeah, Jasper learning the hard way. And we're going to head into a playoff for first place here. And we're going to play hole 1, hole 17, and hole 18 on a loop until someone wins that hole. Match play.
This is exciting, Chris. This is the best thing about disc golf, is these playoffs to decide the winner of a tournament. I'm stoked we get a playoff on this beautiful course and on this beautiful piece of land.
And we're going to have the entire field watching as well, which is almost even more fun. You get the gallery.
Camera, a gallery, a little bit of added pressure. Let's see who can perform under pressure.
Not a bad start from Ashton. Sorry,
Johnny.
From Johnny. Sorry, Ashton, you didn't quite make it.
I mean, he almost did with that eagle.
Yeah, it's true. Great rip from Jasper. Just getting over the ridge. He actually moved up a little bit more than my camera work would suggest. Right below, I think that's Jimmy there. So he's pretty close.
Got a couple of testy approach shots here for Johnny and Jasper, as Johnny
Beautiful.
slays it. Jasper's got to be feeling that one now.
Yeah. But I mean, we did see from his hole 1 at the start of this round, he's very confident with his approach.
Jasper also laces it.
Yeah, it goes a little bit long. the kind of putt that you probably don't want to have with the pressure of a playoff.
Johnny's one's not a gimme either. He's probably 6 or 7
They're probably
meters
the
out.
opposite.
Yeah. Johnny
Nails it.
continuing to be all over the basket.
Now, big reply from Jasper.
Good part.
Slots it. Good to see. And we push on to hole 17. Now, this is one of those holes that you think would be easier than it is. We saw a couple of, players were able to save their pars, but they were kind of spraying their drives a little bit more than I expected. So it'll be kind of an accuracy competition from the tee here.
I wonder if there was a bit of crosswind coming up and down that golf fairway that didn't make it as easy as it looks. But we'll see how our 2 leaders tackle this hole.
So this is a pink gatekeeper from Jasper, which is interesting because he threw the rock 3
Wow.
in the round, and he has parked it.
He has put up a statement for Johnny there.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard throw to reply to.
Johnny with his Atlas.
Pretty relaxed throw. Wanting it to fade into the basket. Come on. Not getting much ground play.
Grabby ground.
Yeah, and he's probably like 8 meters out, roughly.
Yeah, that's
pretty scary.
Yeah, tested distance on a raised basket for Johnny, but
Not what you want.
He's been all over it, so we'll see.
Oh no, he's missed everything.
This is not the time.
Whoa!
Not the time to miss.
And Joseph, the photographer, has had to jump out of the way. Great agility from him. It was awesome to have him getting some shots on the day. Big thanks. And Johnny doesn't have a lot on here. This is really tough.
Johnny's got nothing. I don't even know if he can see the basket. And just to add more complications, he's got a whole lot of limbs in his face.
Yeah, he looks pretty defeated by this situation. He just...
Hail Mary, highs a putt.
Yeah. I mean, at least he's by the basket, so this is a guaranteed bogey. But you would think Jasper's just going to slot this. He's parked.
Don't know if he learned his lesson.
Oh, no.
Jasper.
He just had to lay that up. Like,
again?
He legit just had to park that under the basket. Come on, Jasper. This is for the win. Yeah.
Finally,
what
Jasper.
a clutch par putt. Oh, I can't believe that came down to that finish.
In the end.
Oh.
He got it.
Announcing the winner of the inaugural 2021 Charteris Bay Charge, sponsored by Signature Homes, Jasper Vandermeer.
Congratulations to Jasper with his first Open victory.
Yeah, he's been working really hard. He's such a great player. We're really honoured to have him here in Christchurch representing the sport. And yeah, again, massive congratulations on your first win, buddy. It's good to see. And looking at the final results, Jasper and Johnny tying at 9 under, but Jasper taking out the win in the playoff. Willie Taratna and Ashton Clark tied for 3rd. Great charge late from Willie. So good.
Coming up from chase card, shooting the second hottest score, only second to Johnny himself.
And yourself and Zach in tied 5th. Great shooting there.
Pretty stoked with that result.
Thank you to everyone who came out and played the Charteris Bay Charge. It was so good to see everyone out and about enjoying the course. Signature Homes, big shout out to them for coming on as principal sponsor for the event. We had so many other awesome sponsors. Thank you for your support. And of course, the Charteris Bay Golf Club for letting us use their amazing course. Such a beautiful part of the world, and we look forward to a continued partnership with the course. But for now, my name's Chris Hoopmann.
And I'm Jeremy Brokenshire.
Thank you so much for watching this coverage. We look forward to seeing you next year for a new and improved Charteris Bay Charge 2022. We'll see you there.